Well, I made it back. I got that bucket that I loaded up over here, or got half loaded. It's not as loaded as I'd like. That gives you kind of a full shot of just about everything. That upside down wood splitter on this thing did not work. I would say that that's a fail. That was just too big and heavy. I couldn't curl it back up. Plus, I think the reservoir isn't big enough for the cylinder, because it seemed like it was squealing a little bit more. I'll listen to it when I get in there. That was the first time I had it on high flow. Didn't go real fast, but I wasn't. When you're running one of those splitters, you're looking just to break it down. You're not looking at it to go fast. So that was never the intention. This is a fast splitter. Break them down so you can get them on here and get them done. You guys can see the curl in that. Kind of neat. dark for you guys to see. And I'm just going to keep putting along. So I'm going to rearrange that bottom row. I don't like the way it looks. Anyhow, if you're wondering how wide that is right there, it's 67 inches wide. No, I take that back. I think it's 5 foot inside, it's 67 to the outside. Because I was measuring them to go into that shed down there, so it's knows what's going on. Anyhow, we'll see you later. I might bring you back on the last one, but we'll probably be in the dark at that point. And then I got to take all these things up and put a movie on. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to talk to. I'll tell you all later. It's kind of for shy. Basically, sharpen your picaroon. PV, whatever you want to call it. Bye-bye. Oh, do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe button. I'm out of here. Hello out there in YouTube land. Welcome to Friggin' Jeep, and I'm already wore out. And it's probably 4:30 in the afternoon. Had a doctor's appointment, had to leave for that at 11, didn't get back till probably 3. Nothing important. You guys, this arm here doesn't work, so they took x-rays and all that kind of stuff, and it's bone on bone there, and there's not much they can do for it. So it just hurts. So every now and then you see me act funny or not reach. You know, there are certain things he said don't do. I like the doctor, real nice doctor. Probably one of the most professional orthopedic surgeon people that I've been to. I got there on time, signed in, and didn't even get set down, and they called me back. And it wasn't a minute, and he was back there going this, looking at the x-rays and all this kind of stuff, and that's just the way it is. Now, you also don't know, probably don't remember, the main ligament in this arm is also gone. So this arm doesn't, even though it doesn't look like there's any problem, I can pick up with it, but every now and then you'll see me drop stuff or just put up with the pain or whatever. I don't know. It's just part of getting old. Anyhow, I've been trying to get this started. It's probably been an hour and a half since I got that loaded. And then I had to go do this and go do that and this, that. And then I found that the engine's dipstick wasn't long enough, so I had to go get some dipstick stretcher. So I got that. Well, I have a gallon someplace, and I couldn't find that. I don't know where I put it. I know where I had it last week, but it wasn't there. So anyhow, if you wonder how I stack this wood, now these are 18-inch pieces, those are 18-inch pieces, they might be closer to 16, and then I get a row down in there. So this thing, when it gets full, it holds, I forget how much this one holds. Let me look. I think there's a tag on this one. Yeah, this one holds basically 8/10 of a cord. And I got a feeling that the Bobcat ain't gonna lift it, because this is some really heavy wood. So let's get at it, get a little bit of wood split before dinner. I hope to get that done. You know, there was a day when I used to split 2 of these loads in an hour. That was with one helper. So I used to be able to fill one of those up in an hour, but those days are kind of gone. You guys doing wood that are young, look forward to it, buddy. This old wood will wear you out. Anyhow, let's see what we can do here. Turn that on. Oh, I forgot to choke it. Always likes choke, doesn't it? right, just a couple explainers to do. The stuff that I'm throwing down there goes over to the chunks and hunks bucket. The real oddball stuff that doesn't stack, that's what's nice about these racks that I make. I got nice rows here, and this is the oddball stuff. That's a nice chunk of wood, and it'll dry fairly fast because it's short. And anyhow, I put that kind of stuff in there. There was a whole bunch of stuff like that down in there. You can see it. But then you get it. It's just boiler wood, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to split a little longer and then bring you back, I guess, maybe on the last one. A couple of those were a little bit gnarly, but we got through them. Anyway, I'm just kind of touch and go as the rain is getting closer. In fact, I think I'll put you guys back in the Kubota.